Pez and Group 2 presents Mango Lemon Chocolate Cherry. In our own backyard in Orange, Connecticut, tucked away behind the familiar site of the Boston Post Road, lies a treasure that all enjoy, yet few actually would recognize if they didn't slow down. That treasure is, of course, the iconic Pez factory. Pez is a worldwide phenomenon, with lovers of the brick-shaped candy being found in countries from sea to shining sea. Pez candy was initially not designed to be a candy at all. It was invented as an anti-smoking mint. But now, 20 flavors and thousands of dispenser variations later, the family-owned company continues to produce their beloved character shapes and sugary candies for millions to enjoy every day. Made in the country of Austria in 1927 by a man living in Vienna named Eduard Haas III, Pez itself comes from a simple baking powder recipe that was passed down to him by his grandfather. He then patented this as an adolescent. The name Pez comes from the German word for peppermint, or Pfefferminz. Pez is an abbreviation of the word, with the P from the first letter, E from the center of the word, and Z taken from the end to form the iconic name. As the mint became more of a success, its humble roots began to branch out, and in 1935, a factory was built in Czechoslovakia to manufacture the candy on a larger scale. These Pez were created for more widespread distribution. They were first sold in small tins, and it wasn't until 1947 that they started being packaged in regular dispensers shaped like lighters. They were advertised with beautiful, busty women representing the candy to gain the attention of the older demographic. The uniforms adopted their colors from the traditional blue, yellow, and white packaging of the original Pez. In 1952, the business expanded to the United States, but the anti-smoking campaign couldn't find traction. Just 3 years later, they shifted their target audience to children and created their fruity flavors, as well as began introducing their iconic characters. Some of the first of these were licensed characters such as Popeye and Olive Oyl. These new creations were followed up with a full-bodied robot and space gun dispenser. With these being such a success, they were joined by characters such as Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Santa Claus. Following the character additions, the company started adding stickers and die cuts to the dispenser bases. In 1974, 20 years after expanding to the United States, the company headquarters relocated to Orange, Connecticut, and began shipping to their distribution centers around the globe. However, over 3 billion of the rectangular candies are consumed in the U.S. alone. The late 1970s opened doors for interchangeable rubber head character dispensers, allowing collectors to have a new Pez dispenser every day. The iconic standing feet weren't always on the dispensers. They were added in 1987 to help the characters balance out and stand upright. As the Pez fame continued to grow, the candy became a combo snack toy for both children and now adults to enjoy. The arrival of the 1990s brought change to the way people started to value Pez. The first collectors' convention was held in Mentor, Ohio, allowing people from all around to come and show their rare collections and share their love for the delicious candy. In 1993, Pez was featured as a hot item on the cover of Forbes magazine, and the newly iconic Tweety Bird dispenser was featured on the hit television show Seinfeld. Toward the end of the 90s, Pez began to release items based off of new feature films. The company began releasing 4 series of Star Wars dispensers. They became the most popular licensed Pez assortment of all time. The turn of the millennium introduced Pez Fuzzy Friends, the first plush dispenser, targeted to kids as more than just a candy treat. The addition of Pez Sours were created to expand what was their traditional spectrum of flavors to include pineapple, blue raspberry, watermelon, and green apple. The Pez collector sets weren't released until there was a mass demand for multiple items at a time. The Star Wars set was the first ever limited edition set, and it became a huge success, allowing Pez to keep creating more memorabilia to collect. The company started creating collectible tins to celebrate company anniversaries and character celebrations, which tend to be most rare. Chocolate Pez and combination flavor Pez were created to appeal to the more dessert-oriented sweet lovers. The Pez Visitor Center was attached and opened in December 2011. The center became home to all things Pez and holds some of the oldest memorabilia on public display in the world. There are viewing areas of the production floor, interactive Pez trivia games, and a huge factory store. The large Pez Boy dispenser that has his home in the center has also just celebrated his 5th birthday. Pez has their roots set down deep in Connecticut soil, and their branches span the globe, touching the hearts of countless people, though they may be continents apart. Though Pez is a popular collector's item, relying on nostalgia and marketing their products as memorabilia, at the heart of the company, the kids, and their candy, will always be the most important.